Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the February 2024 reading for the zodiac sign of Cancer. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as many of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's go ahead and get into it here. Column number 1, we're going to take a look at just general what's coming for February. Column number 2, we're going to take a look at anything related to money. We're also going to do a love column. And the fourth and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. So, like almost advice to take into February for you here, Cancer. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. But again, let's get started. Column number 1, just general look at what's coming for February. So we have the summary affirmation card of productivity. It's going to likely be a pretty busy month for you, Cancer, just seeing a card like productivity. So getting a lot done, having a very productive February. So I love the productivity piece. Nothing better than getting some things crossed off your to-do list. But it does seem like there's a lot to do. Again, seems like it could be a pretty busy month for you. But let's see what messages we have here. So first up, we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a very resourceful card. This is about using your resources in the correct place. So putting your time, your effort, your energy, your money, whatever it may be, again, using those resources, putting them in the correct place. So I do love to see that. I think it'll be productive. Again, I think you're going to get a ton done. Might be a little busy, but nonetheless, you still get a lot done. So good job allocating the resources to the necessary priorities. This can also be very much so a relationship card. So relationships coming up pretty heavy here. I think there could be a new relationship, new friendship, potentially a new baby, but definitely some new love, new relationship type energy there. The next card we have here is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is very much so an honesty card. It's a communication card. I'm not sure exactly why yet, but I do think those two things are going to be really important. So the way that you communicate in February and that honesty that we communicate will be really important. But I do see like communication coming into play in February there for you, Cancer. And at the bottom, we have the Ace of Cups. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Cups, this is typically new baby, relationship, proposal, marriage. Again, there is some sort of love, relationship energy hanging out here, coming up in these columns. Let's take a look at our clarifiers, though, and see what other messages I can give you. First, we have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is a card of stress, exhaustion, having lots to do. Again, I do feel like it's going to be kind of a busy, hectic month for you. There's a lot of things to do. We do, again, have that productivity card, though, so I love to see that we're actually getting things done. We're managing the busy well, and we have the Queen of Pentacles saying we're really putting our resources in the right place. I guess if I could give any advice here, Cancer, it's just like make sure we're not saying yes to more things. Don't be the yes man. Don't add any more things to your plate for February because I feel like it's looking, again, pretty full already. Up next, we have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is a wonderful love card. Again, it's love, it's partnership. It could be a new relationship, an existing relationship, proposal, marriage, but definitely some love energy lingering around and some sort of new relationship, maybe a fresh start for an old relationship, a relationship advancing, new friendship. But we have love in all 3 of our spots here, so definitely some love energy there for you. At the bottom, we have the Death card. The Death card does not mean death. I always like to throw that out there in case you don't know. But this is a card of transformation, moving on to something new. Again, I feel like this is a fresh start for an old relationship or a new relationship altogether, but definitely some love and moving forward together there. Okay, Let's take a look at our next column now, which is anything related to money. So quick money message to kick us off. There's a difference between saving money and hoarding it. One increases the flow with intention of using it for a specific purpose. The other suffocates and restricts the flow out of fears of scarcity. So in this column now, we're going to talk about anything related to money. This could be job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money here, Cancer. I feel like we need to come this direction just a smidge. Okay, so first up we have the Magician. The Magician is a card of inspired action. So it's like we know there's something that we want and we know the steps that we need to take to get there. So that is us, again, taking that inspired action, taking the steps we need to get where we're going. So I would be really focused on what you want this month. And again, beginning to get started on how do we get there with the Magician card. The nice thing is anything is possible with the Magician card, and this is like the inspiration, the urge, the motivation, the push that we need to start moving our feet to heading in that direction. The next card we have is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is very solid, practical, wise. This can be very much so a planning card as well. So again, knowing what we want and then what action do we need to take to get there. Having a plan around that with the King of Pentacles will be important. This is also a wise investment card. So I feel like some of you could have an investment opportunity coming up in the month of February. Always love it when it's connected to King of Pentacles. So if you can and it feels good for you, I definitely encourage you to go after whatever this investment opportunity is. Perhaps that's one of the steps or the steps to getting where you wanted to go with the Magician as well. At the bottom, we have the Six of Pentacles, or excuse me, the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, award, recognition, good news, success. I do feel like you're going to have some sort of win, some sort of success in February, which is really good to see. It could come with like a bonus, some sort of money. It could come with an award or some sort of recognition, but definitely success. And I feel like you're being recognized or validated for that as well. Let's take a look at our clarifiers, see what other messages I can give you here, Cancer. First up, we have the Temperance card. The Temperance card is a card of balance, harmony, moderation. And typically I really love this card because I feel like we need more balance, we need more harmony. What I'm hearing though here is I feel like we need to like regularly start to work on this. So it's like moderation in the sense, or like make it part of your routine, make it part of your plan. So again, whatever this thing is that we now know we need to start taking action on, incorporate that action into your regular routine, into your regular day. The next card we have is the Hierophant. The Hierophant's a card of expectations. And again, I really always encourage people when I see the King of Pentacles to go after that investment opportunity. The Hierophant's saying it'll be better than expected. So again, if you can, if you're able, and if it feels good to you, pursue whatever this investment step is. At the bottom, we have the Chariot. Somebody once described the Chariot to me as the vroom vroom card. It means there's action, there's change, and it's about being on this journey here. Again, I feel like it's knowing the steps to how we want to get to where we're going. Again, the thing that we're inspired to do. What are the steps in the journey? What action do we need to take? We do have a couple action cards here, though. Really call to action this month, it seems. Knowing what we want and then how we're going to get there. The Chariot can also be a new vehicle card. So some of you could be getting a new vehicle as well with that Chariot. And that's fitting because we're kind of in our money and investment column, right? Okay, moving on. Now let's talk about anything related to love. So our next column, it says surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter into our lives. Let go and all will work out. We already had some love cards in there earlier, so I'm curious to see what we will have come through here, Cancer. First up, we have the Star card. The Star card's a card of hope. It's a card of renewal. I do feel like there's clarity on something, but it's like, I feel like you're finding out information and then you're feeling better about something, Cancer. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. It's like maybe you made it out to be worse, or assumed it was worse, or maybe thought it could potentially be worse, but now it's like you've gotten the clarity, you found out the information, and I feel like it's kind of like sigh of relief, like, oh, like it's not as bad as I expected it to be, or it's better than I expected it to be. So it's like we're a lot more hopeful. We're feeling really renewed based on that. The next card we have is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very healing, very nurturing, very supportive. Again, I feel like this information that we find out is going to renew you. It's going to heal you. So that's good to see. You're going to feel a lot better once we find out whatever this is. Whatever this was making you feel bad, but I don't know that it was really the reality of it. So we're feeling better now that we know the truth. At the bottom, we have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is a card of our desires. It's the things that we want long term. It's interesting. I'm not quite sure what this card is coming in for. Maybe it had you questioning something long term. Maybe you thought you were going for the wrong thing. But again, I feel like we're renewed. We have hope. We're vested in it again, which is good to see. Let's take a look at our clarifiers here now. First, we have the Fool card. The Fool card is the first card in the Major Arcana. Fresh hope, taking chances, new paths, adventures, beginnings. So again, with this renewal, it's almost like fresh start, renewed energy, fresh hope. It's like inspired you again. It's reassured you again. So kind of a new beginning that comes with this clarity and with that renewal. The next card we have is the Ten of Cups. If you've watched my videos before, you know I love the Ten of Cups. One of my favorite cards in the entire tarot deck. It is a card of everything good. It's total love, support, happiness, contentment. It is very much so family, children, friend-driven card. And I was saying with the Queen of Cups, it's almost like healed, and it's like this contentment again. The grass is green. We can hear the birds chirping. There's just so much relief and comfort in whatever this information is that we find out that really has kind of renewed us here. At the bottom, we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a card of trusting your gut, trusting your intuition. In this case, it's finding out information, and it maybe is not so much about our intuition, but again, the unsurety or maybe the misunderstanding or what we thought it was really had us kind of questioning it. I feel like we're back to this level of surety now. This is more about clarity, it seems, with the High Priestess. Okay, taking a look at our fourth and final column now, a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the summary affirmation card of specialization. This is always such a neat one. I feel like you're a wealth of skills, knowledge, expertise, Cancer. And with the specialization card, it's like you get to use this past knowledge, this past experience to guide you forward. So again, it's using what we know, using our experiences, using our expertise to guide you through the month of February. Let's see what cards we've got here. Okay, so first up we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a card of like lack of fulfillment, apathy. It's interesting. I feel like there's something that you've been working really hard on, and I just feel like we're not happy with it anymore. Again, it doesn't really align long term with what we want. So this is the feeling of apathy. This is the Page of Cups saying that we've been working so hard on it. But at the bottom we have the Death card. And the Death card doesn't mean death, but it does indicate like a transformation, a change. I feel like we're moving on to something that we're more passionate about, that we're more skilled in, that we care more about. Let's clarify though and see what other messages. I feel like you've like maybe worked on something, but now it's just not doing it for you. It's not bringing you happiness anymore. Okay. Looking at our clarifiers, first up we have the Ace of Cups. Anytime you have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. So again, I feel like we're moving on to something new. This isn't what we want anymore. It's not making us feel good anymore. Looking at our next clarifier, we have the Nine of Cups, which is like wishes coming true. So it's like we're going to go after something that's a wish, that is something that we want, something we're good at, something that we feel good about. At the bottom, we have the Judgment card. I think this is the kind of the aha moment, the wake-up call, the clarity that this isn't what we want to be doing, so we can move forward and move on to something that we care more about. So I do feel like there's some sort of change or transition happening here at the end. All right, Cancer, at this time I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video here and think of them. But question number 1, we have the 9 of spades, the number 41 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2, we have the 6 of hearts, number 3 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3, we have the 6 of clubs, the number 43 card. That's going to be a no. So yes, yes, no there for you, Cancer. Taking a look at our Healing Stones deck, we're going to pull, oh my goodness, we're going to pull a crystal for you for the month of February. Your crystal this month is smoky quartz, which is good for nerve strength, resilience, and it's really good for anti-stress, which is wonderful as well. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your Healing Note says, endurance is one of the most difficult disciplines, but victory comes to those who endure. Thank you so much, Cancer, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. That all helps me greatly. Again, subscriptions, you'll know when I post new content, and that benefits my channel so much. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Cancer, and I hope you have a wonderful February.